Daniel Espinosa, I'm here to introduce the wall drill for you. This wall drill is called the posture hold. Okay, so before we start, I'm going to have you make sure you concentrate on a few things here to keep in mind. When we're going through this drill and we get into position, make sure that we're standing nice and tall and strong. Okay? Imagine as though I'm trying to hold up the ceiling above me. I'm not going to allow that ceiling to come down. I'm keeping that ceiling propped up on top of my head. Second is the position of our hip. Okay, so we want roughly 90 to 80 degrees of hip flexion, which means we don't want the knee on the ground and we don't want the knee all the way up in our chest. Roughly 80 to 90 degrees. Okay? Another thing we got to keep in mind is the knee angle here. We want to make sure that we have it less than 90 degrees. So pull that shoe back. We don't want the shoe out in front of us. Less than 90, pull the shoe back. Lastly, our trigger, our foot. We don't want the trigger down. We want the trigger up. Okay? And if we have all these positions correct, the bottom of my shoe should be roughly parallel with my thigh. Once we got those positions correct, now we can get on the wall. So to set up the wall, we get on the wall, we make sure that our hands are directly across from our shoulders. And from there, we're going to take a couple steps back so that we create roughly a 45-degree angle. Okay? And that's as long as we're not arching out of our back. Okay? If you're arching out of your back, don't worry about it. Just get yourself closer to the wall so that you can get a little bit more upright. Okay? As we start getting stronger and able to hold those postures with our core being stable, we can start getting further away from the wall and getting more of that 45-degree angle that we're going to have in that start position. So we're going to set up here, hands across the wall, directly across from our shoulder. Take a couple steps back, feet are hugging together. I'm holding that ceiling up. Right knee comes up. Got all those angles in place. And we're going to hold it there. And then stop, reposition, set up with the other leg. Once we're able to do that, with no rotation out of the body, no arching of the back, we're getting familiar with that position, we can move on to the next one, which is the load and lift. So I'll explain the set rep scheme with this. What we're going to do is 1 to 2 sets, okay? 4 to 8 reps, and then we'll do 10 to 15 second holds. Make sure we're doing both sides. Now, if it's starting to cramp up a little bit, just come out of it. Don't worry about it. We can even start off at 5-second holds. But let's work ourselves up to 15. Once we can start doing that well, we're getting really good on that. Now we're going to move on to the load and lift, and I'll cover that in the next video. Once again, if you got questions, anything, feel free to reach out to me anytime. Got the comments below. Instagram, Facebook, you know the deal. Tribus Performance. You can find me there. All right? Let's get to the next video.